This is Krossfire with Shan and Junsern.
I know. Just out of curiosity, has anyone actually come across a female Uber driver?
Yeah.
Is there a lot out there?
I don't know. I can't tell myself.
I've only had one female taxi driver in my life.
My wife came across, I think, 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she takes Uber a lot, so
Oh, okay.
it's a whole
Do
different
they
thing.
charge by different types of cars as well? Like
Yes,
that you
yes.
drive?
I think
Some,
they have a different category.
Uber Black,
Yeah,
Oh,
Uber
okay.
Black. There's a normal.
Uber Limo or something else.
Yeah.
Uber X.
Uber X,
Ah.
that's the limo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uber X, I think Uber Black, and
Not the limo, that's the luxury car, right?
I'm not too sure. I think Uber Black should be the luxury car.
Yes.
Uber X should be the affordable ones.
yeah.
Ah,
I think the
okay.
Uber
Okay.
X is the one that you use your own car. Some of them. The black one is you have to rent the car from Uber itself. Mm-hmm.
Some countries have like Ferraris and Porsches.
For
I think they
Uber.
did a Tesla. What?
Porsche.
I mean, one of the countries actually had a Tesla car as an Uber.
The,
You know.
the Malaysia one, they did something like not a prank. The guy actually drives the McLaren, the sports car,
yeah.
but he registered as a Myvi. It was it was a social experiment. It was something to reward the people. I think he was driving around Bangsa area, if not mistaken.
Oh, really?
So when he stopped his car, then the lady actually called up and said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm here." Then she's like, "Oh my god!" Then you look at the video. It's like, funny, actually. They went berserk. The guy was like, "Oh, I literally came in my pants." Yeah, that was interesting. It was a very
Yeah.
interesting social experiment that they did, lah.
Wow.
Interesting.
That'll be nice if someone comes and pick me up in that.
Do you know what a
Hint,
McLaren is in the
Yes.
first place?
It's a sports car.
Now I think you should rent a car, lah. Ferrari or something.
Yep.
And then come pick me up.
I'll be requesting non-stop also if I know a McLaren is coming in
Yeah.
front of my house every day, man.
They probably ask for all the Myvis and hoping that one McLaren shows up.
Let's just put this scenario. Given the chance, would you all be a Uber driver or a taxi driver?
I can't.
Um,
You know my sense of directions. Even with the GPS, I'll be arguing with the GPS. No, I'm sure you're taking me the wrong way. I'm not going to listen to you. I don't like your voice.
But for me, I am fine being either one. Because it's an experience. I just like meeting new people. So when you drive, it's like what Chan said recently. It's like you get to meet a lot of strange people, interesting people. I have no idea, but the idea of just meeting people I want lah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Navin?
I simply just do not have the time for this. Driving around and picking up people and stuff like that. I'm working almost 24/7.
I know, but given the circumstances, if just say like you're not working, would you be a Uber driver or a taxi driver?
Nah, probably not. Not my kind of thing.
Honestly,
Driving
I like
around. Not my kind of thing. Driving
Probably?
around.
I'm not going to do that.
Would you add the female population in?
Okay,
taxi
first of
over?
all, I find driving so stressful.
I like how pepper with so blunt. No, I'm not going to do that.
It's just so stressful. Traffic jam, avoiding this, avoiding that. Now you're like doing defensive driving. So it's like I just can't. I just don't want to add an extra stress to my life. But I'm glad there are people out there who wants to drive people around. It's good for people like me.
Side income.
Side income.
Side income, yeah.
Mhm.
I think I'll find other ways to make
How
side
about you,
income.
Junsern?
I wouldn't mind. Actually, I like driving.
Really?
If it pays, I don't mind. If it pays, I don't mind. I'll be the one that be rigging the meter lah, actually. If I'm a taxi driver.
You're not getting one. You're not giving me a
so,
ride,
so I
man.
have to become an Uber driver then.
Yeah, but
But
that is
how
the-
much side income though do you actually get? Like what's
There are
the
some
rate?
people. There are people that have a full-time job and they're doing this part-time. Not
But
bad.
is it worth it? Like, does it cover your fuel,
Yes,
your
Yeah.
everything?
they
Like,
do.
definitely.
so
There
is
is-
it like a substantial ride
Because-
kind of thing?
I don't know, but the thing is, I think there's a reason why there's quite a lot of people actually go into it. There's a lot of young people doing it now, especially those I think in their mid-20s. They want to earn better income.
Especially with those who are starting up their businesses.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, but you have to take into account, insurance. Your car is going to get like knocked, and someone's going to scratch your car by accident. Yeah,
The mere fact that you drive around already, you got that
Yeah.
risk. You're taking that risk.
yeah.
Yep.
So,
And you're driving around extra for it. So
okay, yeah,
awesome,
but
yeah.
just by the sheer volume, yeah.
Yeah, but there is the ad. I think I saw it on Facebook. They were like promoting earn up to 6,000 a month, and sometimes you can earn more at being, I think, either Uber or Grab car driver.
Like what, drive every day?
Yeah,
That's already stressful. I can't imagine doing that.
But they're willing to go through it, man. It's like 6,000 is more than sometimes some of
certain
us
paying,
work.
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
job
that's
is,
true.
is not that well.
But
paying,
6 hours, 6,000, like how many hours do you actually put in?
This one I have
Yeah.
no idea. All I know is that
About 8 hours a day.
8 hours a day. That's
Because
like
there is
full
a certain
time.
scheme where you get with a group,
Yeah.
and they have certain privileges of being in a group. You actually there's something about not even driving, just by waiting.
Yeah.
You get certain bonus money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have these incentives for the drivers to perform really well.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's actually quite lucrative. That's why lawyers are driving.
You know lawyers who drive Uber cars.
That's true. The Uber guy took me. I asked him what kind of drivers do you guys have, what they're doing full time or whatever. Then he said we have lawyers.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a lot of full-time professionals doing this also. For side income, actually, like for example, I need to save up money to get married, for example. So I drive. Nothing much. You'll be sitting down the whole time, driving around only. It's not hard labor.
But I think in Malaysia it's going to die out soon. I mean, they're really going hard on them.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But again, I feel there's the best option or the best solution is to integrate both into one. Because there's good points about Uber and there's good points about taxi. Taxi in terms of security, in terms of the drivers have to go a certain amount of things to get their license and all those things. So I think in that sense, in terms of safety wise, taxi may be safer. I would not say 100%, maybe. Okay, but in terms of how to say the way how the whole organization is being run, I think Uber is better. In terms, it's more efficient, and like I said, there's cashless transaction. It's all credit card.
Their concept is better.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about carrying cash, and then sometimes dangerous a bit lah. So if both, I think, can integrate, why not?
Are they taxi drivers who are signed up in Uber as well?
I think some taxi
Yeah.
They
drivers.
are, right?
I mean, there is quite
They
a
have jumped ship.
a lot of them jump ship.
Yeah.
Because
I guess
it pays
in a way,
better.
both ways is better for them. I mean, if you see an Uber taxi, a licensed taxi picking you up, probably feels a bit safer as well. So, yeah.
Because if not mistaken, certain taxi companies they have to rent the taxi from the company.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And there's 2,000 a month.
Yeah, I heard some of them
That's a
on
lot.
the Bailey days. Daily, yes,
Daily.
daily basis. Yes, on a daily
Too much of
basis.
Baileys.
Yeah,
Bailey Daisy sounds like a hot chick. I'm Bailey Daisy.
Oh no.
You certainly are. Sorry, I was interrupting you.
No
Kelvin.
worries.
Sounds like those Daisy Dukes.
What are you saying?
Yeah, on a daily basis, I think they have to pay 100 or 150
Yeah.
a day just to sustain the taxi, and that's not inclusive of the petrol and maintenance. It's like the taxi company just. I heard lah. I don't know whether this is a fact or not. That
Yeah.
like the taxi company just don't sponsor all this.
Yep.
It's like the thing is that you are renting the taxi to the drivers. So why can't you handle the the maintenance? Because technically it's your company's car, not their car. So I understand why they struggle so much. It's just I never understand. I think maybe the problem lies in the taxi companies lah.
True.
The companies and the government itself. They are controlling everything.
No, I think
Yeah.
certain companies also have very bad ethics. Like barbers here, like in the US, you rent the seat and you just pay, I think, about 30% of whatever
Income.
your customers. The rest of it you keep. Here, barbers are really paid badly, like $800 a month or something like that, and they're doing all the work. Terrible. So the same thing with the taxi drivers here. The guy with a lot of money, the company, he's like getting all the money by leasing out the cars, and these guys are like surviving on the leftover lah. It's how many passengers or how far you've driven lah. I think it's a bit unfair lah.
Yeah, and I think I read somewhere on the net that there's a I think confession of a taxi driver or something like that.
Steamy.
Yeah, they were saying that like in hotspots KLCC and
Sungai
Pavilion or
Wang.
Sungai Wang, all this. Apparently, some of the taxi drivers they have to pay they call it protection money, no, entry money just to have a spot there.
Aiyo.
I read it to whoever that is the
Whoever's
so-called
there lah.
masters of the area or things like that.
Right.
So that's the reason why they said that they couldn't make enough money to cover all the costs.
Right.
And other taxi drivers who don't pay or to pay to these masters, they can't enter the hotspot or they were I have no idea what will happen to them, but it seems that
They'll be driving around lah.
Ah.
I think so. People will stand by the side of the road and just grab them lah. It's true lah, because if you look at it right, we go places like KLCC, they'll all park there and wait, and they won't move. And how you gonna get income when you don't move? And taxi drivers, they have to move around to get income, so it's a bit sad lah. But like I say again, there are some really good taxi drivers.
yeah, that's very
Yeah,
nice.
that's true.
I think the bulk of them are good. Just
It's
that
just
they
a
have
few.
had more rotten taxi drivers than Uber drivers in Malaysia to give taxi drivers a bad name.
Yep. I
Yeah.
fully agree with that.
Tune in every Friday to catch Shan and Junsen on Krossfire, only on Junsern and Shan.